Keith Kessinger, Jake Hromada. We'll hear from Laurel Wynn in a moment. And Keith, big series for both these teams. If Auburn wants to host a super regional, they need this series win. Ole Miss wants to prove they belong in the hosting conversation too. And of course, they need this series to prove that.
Yeah, there's no question. It's how cool is it to come into this last weekend, and not just this game that we're going to get to watch.
And Will Furness with a solo home run back in the 6th. Walked and scored his last go-around. Sanford's on the move. A dribbler left side gets through. Sanford's hustling to third. Coach Clem gives him the green light. Here's the play at the plate. Not in time. Ole Miss leads. Swung on and missed. Braden Jones comes out of the bullpen. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And he gets all three. And Aloy unloads. Dead center. Humphrey's back. This ball's gone. The Hogs go back-to-back in the 5th.
You can see the bat speed with Aloy.
Nobody out in the 6th. As Pano launches this right center field. Cook's on the run. Cue the showers. The first of many for the freshman. Ole Miss up 4.
Luke Hill with a double tonight. Sac fly RBI back in the 5th to put Ole Miss on the board. Now 37 straight games Luke Hill has been on base.
I think it's all but 2 on the season too, right?
It is. This is game 52.
He's been really good. Played good third base. On the base as well.
Thought it was ball 4, 3-2. D1 Baseball releases their player power rankings week to week, and this week in their third baseman rankings, they listed Luke Hill as the 12th best third baseman in the country. He was 29th in the preseason. Runners on the go, doesn't matter. Boy, all the momentum has been with Ole Miss, Keith, since that 5th inning.
After the back-to-back walks, hit by pitch that Tilly had, and Ole Miss was able to get those across. You're right. Connor Elliott was good before that. He has been as good or better since the runs have been scored, and now Ole Miss with an opportunity to make it a little more comfortable. You're sitting in that Ole Miss dugout.
This is John Armstrong's 17th appearance. That was just his 7th walk of the season. He has struck out 25. Utermark's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. He's now 5 for 33 at the plate to begin the month of May. That gets by Freilich. Wild pitch, and the runners move up to 2nd and 3rd for Ole Miss.
Auburn just has not been great defensively. Again, I mean, that's clearly a wild pitch. That ball's way in. They've just given Ole Miss some base runners. They've given Ole Miss some bases. Even go back to the steal of home, which really wasn't a steal of home, where they just didn't execute 1st and 3rd. Fabian's had a couple of tough balls at short. Just not what you're used to seeing out of this Auburn team.
Yeah, a team that's been so hot, right? At some point, you got to cool down. Coming into this weekend, they've won 3 straight SEC series. They've outscored their opponents 65-16 in the last 4 games. At some point, you stop levitating, right?
Well, that's not what you hope when you're coaching the team. But certainly Auburn's been interesting, right? They've won 7 of their 9 series. The 2 they lost, they got swept in both of those 2. Now that was to Texas and Georgia, 2 top 5 teams, or certainly top 10 teams.
Right back up the middle from Utermark. And Sanford touches home plate. Here comes Luke Hill. 2 more in for Ole Miss in the 7th.
You want to get that breaking ball away from Utermark. That one ends up right down the middle.
He'll face Luke Chang to start this 5th inning, and for more on Luke Chang, let's go down to Laurel Lynn.
It's senior weekend here, so Luke Chang's mostly whole family is here, including his brother Evan, his mom, and his dad, and his wife Amelia. I saw them before the game, and I asked them, what is it like for you guys to see your son/husband/brother get hit all the time when he's at bat? And they were like, he has been that way since he was young, ever since he started playing baseball. And then his brother pointed to the shirt that he is wearing, and it is an original made shirt that Evan had made. It's a cartoon figure of Luke Chang, a very beat up Luke Chang at that, bruises all over his face, and it says Nuke Ching on it.
He turned around just in time for us too, didn't he? That was perfect.
So where do we get one of these shirts is the next question.
Laurel, did you get one of them?
Yeah, Laurel, can we... So this is Luke's brother. You can see. Well,
he does get hit, both offensively and defensively. The guy wears it a lot.
He does. He has been hit by 16 pitches this year.
That's fantastic.
Which leads Ole Miss. He's also homered 4 times this year, the most in a single season in his career. So that's why the T-shirt says Nuke Chang.
Oh, there we go.
You can't make this stuff up.
That's something.
Hey, Dad, another one.
No way, he just got hit. No way.
Oh, gosh. The legend continues.
That's good TV right there. And everybody thinks it doesn't. We don't have it rigged.
First,
So it's all pre-planned. Did you get the script? Did you get the script last night?
Yes, at 1:30 when it was lightning all around my apartment.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, leadoff man on is what it amounts to after all of that.
Yeah.